Fuji go high the beat. Stopping in, we been tapping in. We ain't never late. Dropping gems, we been locking in. Now let's elevate. Took else to win, running laps again. This is steady race. People's champ, boy, yeah, you know I've been a heavyweight. Stopping in, we been tapping in. We ain't never late. Dropping gems, we been locking in. Now let's elevate. Took else to win, running laps again. This is steady race. People's champ, boy, yeah, you know I've been a heavyweight.
What's going on? What's going on down to the Heavyweight Bros podcast? What's the matter?
Find us.
What's going on down? It's February 24th. It's back episode 29. The Heavyweight Bros.
Jeez, 29?
I know, right?
Bruh.
We're about to be 30, y'all. Big 3-0. I'm saying, and I am your host,
growing up,
as always, the 5XL assassin, the diabolical diabetic, the big nasty in the building. So my right, with his Black History Month little shirt on. I was gonna say, make sure you pop that out there. I'm gonna say the guy to my right, Coach Buck, the high yellow hitman, the freaking deacon, Uncle Razor. What's going on, man? How is you doing?
I can't front everything I have already forgotten about because it's pot time. So I would say I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty solid, man. Like, yo, like
solid is a good word.
I feel like vacation week, like it is severely flying by. Like I was like, I wish today was Tuesday and it's Thursday.
It's gone.
It's already yeah. And then it's like, oh, snowstorm on Friday. Great.
I was on Tuesday, like, yeah, man, enjoying the week. Thursday, like what?
And the thing is, you've been working at your second job, right?
Yeah.
I haven't. It's just like people have just been eating my time up.
Oh, that's different. That's different.
Yeah,
that's different.
Just gobbling my time up. Yeah, some people just eating time up.
Don't look at me. I'm not the person. If anything, I gave you more free time. Unwanted free time. You just like, hey,
unwanted free time.
Hey, we potted? Not today. I'm kind of busy. It's like, not all these other people are sucking up your life, man.
Wow. Didn't say they were sucking up my life. Relax. I didn't say that. Did not say that. I said eating up my time. Didn't say it was a bad thing the whole time. I'm just saying that. Like,
oh, okay.
I haven't had my chill day yet.
So you enjoyed your week though?
So far.
I mean, you still got a Friday and a weekend left though.
It's a snow day now though, but now I got a shovel on my That's not what I'm trying to do.
I got children for hire, man.
How much?
Talk to them. I'm telling you, man. Them boys will work for.
I actually might have a job for them, but
they will work for a couple dollars. And brothers are no slouches, man. I'll give them that.
Okay. All
right. So, oh, you didn't tell me how you was doing. You said you was doing all right, right?
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
You're right. My bad.
Wow,
you did say something.
You don't listen.
Like,
just all the women in my life. They hear me. They don't listen.
I'm sorry. So yes, he did bring up the shirt, courtesy of the boy. Go ahead and do it.
I was just saying, my boy G-Head over at Custom Merch on IG and Etsy. You know what I'm saying? You can go over, catch him there. Put it in the promo code Heavyweight Bros, spelled HW, the number 8, BROS, to save you 10% off your order. Because the more you spend,
the more you save.
Click, clack, blow, officer down. Two gun play, yeah. Dual wielding.
Hey, I'm with you. All right, so we're gonna get right into them digging in the crates, man. No diggity, no doubt. It's always the hum for me. All right, first things first. We don't got a lot, but I feel like a couple of things that we do have on here we should address. So Pusha T did do an interview recently. I can't remember what platform he was on. It's not something that I've seen regularly, but he does have the album coming out soon. He did recently drop the Diet Coke single, and it has confirmed that him and Jay-Z are collaborating on another song on this album.
Okay.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, like we talked about before, about like
I'm biased, so I let you go first.
We're talking about the Griselda boys being on it, and like all these other people. It's like, how many people do Coke Rack better than Hove? Besides Pusha, and like, but besides the people who specialize in Coke rap, it's like Hove is the greatest rapper of all time, and one of his best like categories is like Coke rap. He kills it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, so literally what Pusha T said, and if I misquote you, Pusha, feel free to come on and clarify. We'll be your guest. We'll figure it out. But he literally said, a lot of the times when I call for features, I'll be assessing like, you know what? This guy's going to give me something that I can already do. But if I call Jay, he's going to give me something that's unlike anything else. And their last song was Drug Dealers Anonymous, I believe. And that joint was fire. So I can only imagine what to expect from this song. You know, I'm here for it. I'm biased. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm putting it out there, but I already know it's gonna be up there.
I'm most certainly looking forward to it. Like, that's not even a question.
When we have our conversation towards the end of 2022, you're gonna be like, so what's one of them songs? I'm gonna be like, definitely gotta go with Pushin' J. I just already feel like it's gonna be one of them type joints.
I've been trying to like keep tabs as like the times have been going on, is like already have a running list, so like that way at the end of the year, like we're not scrambling. And there's not much that's been on here so far. So like the
right now,
like
all I got is Benny and Cole.
Yeah, I got a couple of tracks off of the Corday album that I really.
Oh yeah. Like, okay, I can respect that.
I don't you know what I don't understand is like why Pushin' P is such a big song.
I don't either.
I've been trying to figure it out.
My
and
son
then it's like
came home one day and he was like, "Dad, you're not Pushin' P." I was like, "What?
How do you think you got here?"
Is that what that means?
I was saying, like, there's 5 people that are only in this room because I was pushing P. That's the only reason you're here, bro.
I'm definitely clipping that one. Right?
You're definitely gonna use it to your kids.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just I be trying to stay current on their lingo because I work with kids, be relatable. You know,
they don't even know what they're saying.
Some of the stuff they say, I'm just like, you can do better. Y'all can do better than this, man. Like, come on,
Black
man.
History Month. Come
right,
on,
y'all can do better than this. Sidebar. I don't know if anybody knew this or paid attention to this, but Tuesday was the second month of the year, the 22nd day of the year, and the 22nd year.
Yeah, we had a 2/2/2022, and then we had 2/22/2022.
Yeah.
Someone said I would pay money to hear someone from Baltimore try to say this date.
Listen,
dude, 2/22.
I know I always bring this stuff back to Jay, but the first thing I thought of was like I changed
22/2.
Thank you.
I think on the last video that we did is like I put that as the song at the end. Because you know what? It's too much West Coast dick licking. Too many niggas on a mission doing their best Jay-Z rendition.
Was out here today. I don't know. I like him in his bag though. All right. Other than that,
the best part of that song is the ending though. I'm just like, who told me shut the F up? Him.
He told on him quick.
He
needs to get up out of here. I'm not finishing the show until he's gone. Bye.
This is why people can't have nothing. Man, love that song.
Oh yeah, definitely classic. Aside from that, the boy Kanye Griselda was on LA Leakers. I don't know if you got a chance to hear it.
You said Kanye at first, and I immediately went like this.
I said Kanye?
Yeah.
My bad.
Conway the Machine.
Conway the Machine was on LA Leakers.
I did peep it, and he did not disappoint.
He did
Conway. Like I was like,
disappoint. For me, it's like it's just so much pain and effort in that brother's bars to where the point that like if you don't like it, I almost feel like you ain't really lived through nothing. Cause it's, I mean, I can understand everybody's life's not going to be relatable to everybody's life, but it's just like, some people say they leave it all on the track. Like, I really feel like that brother is just like, yo, I'm giving you everything and being super vulnerable with these bars. And you're going to understand where I'm coming from, where I've been at, and where I'm going through what I'm laying out here for you. And I respect it every time I listen to his songs.
To use one of his, Griselda brothers lyrics, it's like, you know, what do they really bring? It's like validity.
Yes.
I feel like everything that he says is super valid.
Yes.
And it's just like the road that they take you on, like with their bars, and it's like the punchlines, like they have bite to them. That's what it is. It's like all his things just like, oh, like you just kind of get constantly doing that, and it's just like, yeah, like I can't hate him.
Oh no, I'm not mad at it at all. It instantly led me because you know YouTube feeds you stuff after you listen.
Oh yeah,
to them.
and then like you go down this train of like, all right, looks like I'm watching LA Leakers.
Led me to a song which I've heard before, but it just was at the right time. Stressed, and it's got like Wallow featured on it, talking at the end of the song. But like that's another one to listen to too as well. It's like I feel like that's one of those songs I would listen to when somebody's really made me upset and hasn't really understood what I've been trying to do for them, but also for myself, and I just play that song and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna let this song.
When you're
play.
lacking credibility.
Yo, listen, yes, one of the very most. But yeah, shout out to the man Conway, man, he killed it. I guess we could segue right over to Insomnia Hour.
Hold up.
Uh-oh.
There's an important event that took place.
Okay.
And I feel like we can't not talk about.
Okay.
And the Donda 2 concert that kind of was, but kind of wasn't.
So that's real.
That was real. Yeah, that was it. That happened.
All I saw was what's that? A headline that says Kanye throws mic at Donda 2 concert. It didn't say why. It just said he throws the mic. I was like, all right, that's Kanye. Maybe he threw a mic and pulled out another one like he was Nick Cannon in Drumline or something.
He went back to the Donda crack house. Like the same house, like in the middle of the stadium. stuff like that. Like he brought out, I saw Playboy Cardi was out there. There was a number of people out there. He has a new song where he samples Kim Kardashian's Saturday Night Live monologue where she calls Kanye like the greatest and like all this other stuff or whatever. And it's just like, yo, dude is messy, bro. Like it's messy. And it's like, you watch that.
I'm here for it.
You watch that and then you immediately watch the Genius stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, these are like, they're two separate guys, but they're the same guy. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, he moves mad crazy, but like he did whatchamacallit. And like, I don't know what was up with the sound engineer. Like the video's not very long because like, he's in the middle of doing his stuff and then like the mics are like cutting out, auto tunes are cutting out and stuff like that. So like he had it and he tossed it.
Never
everybody was
again.
That's what Twitter was going crazy. They're like, this man about to be like Tommy Martin. He got no job.
Right.
He's like, yo, he's going off.
No, you don't mess up at the Donda too.
I think that was the Kim Kardashian one was the only new song. All the other songs were songs from the first Donda album.
I did see a YouTube video where it was like him and Soulja Boy.
Okay, yeah,
but I thought he had dropped that joint, so I guess he's putting it out now.
Now they're getting it. He's gonna be on Donda 2 apparently.
Okay.
Because like Soulja Boy complained his way into a verse. Like, because when they played Soulja Boy's original verse, when he was complaining about it, everybody was like, "Yeah, this is ass." I see why Kanye left this off.
And Kanye on Drink Champs was like,
"You know why I didn't put it out? Like I heard it. You told me."
Right.
And then like that's when Soulja Boy got mad again. He's like, "Oh, what's that supposed to mean?" Because I ain't never did nothing trash. And it's like, well, actually, you've done very little that's valid.
Right.
So like if we talk about that, most of your stuff is trash.
Sheesh.
But I was just like, I don't know what your level of excitement for Donda 2 is, because like my thing is I only watched the thing because of the after effect of it. Like when I heard it was coming out, I was like, I could really care less about watching this.
Yeah.
And,
I like I said, I seen the headline, and if it didn't really pique my curiosity, I thought it was fake news. But like the fact that I didn't search it up, I'm probably not gonna get to it.
Of all the fake news, do you think they're gonna give you a fake Kanye West concert? Like that's fake news?
You never know, man. You never know.
Playboy Cardi came out dressed like the Joker looked like, and he's just like screaming because like his auto tune wasn't working either. What? So he's just like, yeah, like it was rough, bro.
What?
It was a rough go.
Oh no. Just bring Drake back, homie. All right, so
do you want to segue into what's home cooking?
Oh yes, definitely. We'll go to home cooking before we get to Insomnia TV.
I'm coming home again. Do you think about me now and then? Do you think about me now and then? Cause I'm coming home again. It's time for some home cooking. With Big Nasty and Uncle Raisin.
I don't know what it is, but that whole joint is dope. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to the young homie William Pop Watson. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. If you don't, you've probably been under a rock, but this boy's been working super hard and his athletics and being a good leadership role for kids coming up and just generally being a good dude. And he recently had a playoff game in basketball, two-sport athlete on Tuesday, I believe it was, where he made his commitment to his D1 scholarship at Nebraska. You know what I mean? So congrats to that young man. It's good for several different reasons, not just for him and his family and a testament to his hard work, but it also puts eyes on the city.
Yeah, man, I mean? Springfield Boys is up.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
Golden Eagle?
Definitely. I knew that was coming. It's just like, yeah, that's what you get. That's what you get. Hairball. But yeah, it just like I said, it sheds light for the younger dudes that are coming up and just let them know, like, you know, it's possible. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, it puts eyes on the city to say, you know what, we got D1 athletes coming out of this city that you don't know. One of my young guys that I coach posted like a map of like D1 scholarships, and it's like 9 from Texas, 22 from Florida, 10 from Virginia, and then all the way up in the corner you see Mass and you see the number 2 on it. You know what I mean? Like years ago that could be 0. You know what I mean? So it means a lot because we know what those 2s are. Them 2 are kids that they know. You know, so
it sounds like electoral college votes. Like we're just naming them out like this.
Yeah, man. So it's just like it means a lot. Like not just for him, but for the community and for everybody that's invested in everything that's happening around here. It's like these are the stuff that can change community. So like I said, shout out to the young man. And shout out to all the hard work that all these individuals are putting into to make sure that this is happening for everyone.
Got nothing but love for you, shawty. Got nothing but love for you, baby.
I feel it. All right, Insomnia TV time. Insomnia Hour.
I thought we with the new format, bro. Not breaking it up. You don't want to break it up?
Don't worry, I got you.
You sure?
I got you. Don't worry, I got you. Trust me. We getting into Insomnia Hour. Go ahead.
Okay. Wake me up this side.
Wake me up.
Wake me up this side.
Save me.
Save me from nothing. You thought I was gonna slip?
No, I tried to catch you. I tried to catch you. I was like, if I change,
never fall. Your baby mama got my poster high up on the wall. And that ain't nothing. She done give me them draws. Come on now.
Where are we at? How did we get here?
I don't slip, I don't fall.
Yo, this is hilarious. All right, so we got a lot to cover in Insomnia TV.
That's
but
why I thought we were gonna do another video.
We're gonna make sure. Hey, listen, we got timestamps now, so you can get to wherever you want when you got to get there. All right, but I know there are some very valid, very selected, very what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Loyal viewers that like smaller videos. All right, so we're gonna make sure that we continue to keep giving you those. Don't worry, Uncle Razor has a format for you. I'm learning more about this video stuff. All right, and the more I learn, the less likely some of y'all are to be out of a job. I told y'all to hit us up, man. Don't hit us up when we up. All right.
Well, we got about 3 shows that we actually fully finished, so we should probably do the ones that we haven't finished first. I saw on there you had Space Force. Did you finish that?
All right, so this is the deal with Space Force. It's trash. I don't know any other way to put it, man. I love Steve Carell.
Yep.
I love Steve Carell, man, but it's just like I feel like they're trying to remake Office in a space version, and it's just not hitting. And it's like the stories are not entertaining, and like he does do some funny stuff here and there, but I can't commit hours of my life for a few laughs. Like it's just not worth it. And for me, I got through the first 3 episodes.
I feel like that's what most girls say after dating me.
Oh,
hours of my life for a few laughs. I still got nothing but love.
But yeah, it's just like it's not it, man. It's definitely not it. And I just feel like it's not worth the time, man. It's not hilarious and entertaining enough for me to just keep going with it. So
I know it's a Netflix show. Like, is there a lot of episodes?
I want to say it's like 8 to 10 episodes. They're not long episodes. They're like 20, 25 minutes. I could easily get through the season, but like after I got through the first 3 episodes, I was just like,
no,
remove from my list.
Damn, they got removed from the queue?
Yeah, I removed it from the queue, man. I'm all set, man. I mean,
did you change the thumbs up to a thumbs down? I feel like when you I
wouldn't be a hater. I just let them know it's not for me.
So Space Force ain't really worth anybody's time.
Space Force is not worth the time.
Okay. And what's another one you had up? I see.
We have Blackish.
Okay.
It's just so heartbreaking, man.
Is it? It's not the last episode already, is it?
No, but it is the last season, and it's just like the way they're just like you can see every episode they're letting go a piece of Blackish, and it's just like the end is coming, and it's just like, man, these are one of the shows that I really look forward to. They've done a lot of great things on this show, and like you watch like these kids and like Anthony Anderson and what's her name? Tracy Ellis Ross, Diana Ross's daughter.
Yep.
You just watch everybody like it's kind of like one of those shows that a lot of people didn't think was gonna make it, and then like 10 years later they're still here. You know what I mean? So it's just like you hate to see shows like that go, but they had a good run.
A great run. It's like an award-winning run.
Right, and like they're all already going into other things. Like I know the youngest daughter on the show is like already a multi-millionaire. Like she has her own company. The same thing.
She makes movies.
Yep.
Like she's a director and all that stuff.
Yep. The same one with the youngest brother. He's got like a production company. I know. I'm already sure that Ross is going to end up in something, and probably the brother as well. Lawrence Fishburne is kind of just like moonlighting. What did I say?
No, I'm saying, but like he's Lawrence Fishburne.
He's Lawrence Fishburne.
He doesn't need. I mean, he's going to be in John Wick.
Right.
4.
Right.
No, that's like he's a.
And then Anthony Anderson's already going to be in a new Law and Order reboot. You know what I mean? So everybody's already transitioning in their careers, but it's just like it's a really good show. If you have time to catch up on it, the episodes is there waiting for you. But
they're on Hulu, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's definitely worth it.
With the rest of the UPN squad?
The UPN squad, which is definitely still staying consistent.
Let me tell you something. Not this week's Abbott Elementary, but the one before where they delved into old girl's relationship with her boyfriend. That was the most fire episode of the season. And when like at the very end, when he looks over and he's just like, he starts like, I was like, I literally almost shed a tear. I was like, the show is fucking amazing.
Listen, I told you the quote that got it for me is when he was like, some kids get chickens, some kids get snakes. I was like, yeah, they are doing what they're supposed to do on.
They're crushing it. To me, they're crushing it.
Definitely.
Like it sounds to me like what Space Force wants to be is what Abbott Elementary is. That's what it sounds like.
Yep. So yeah, the UPN Hulu lineup is definitely still killing it for me.
American Auto is the only one that I've like fallen off of,
and I was just about to say that might get removed from the docket
because to me Grand Crew is still
still hitting. So for y'all who don't know, that lineup is Abbott Elementary, Blackish for the last season, and Grand Crew, which is pretty dope. American Auto is there, but they definitely falling off. They are definitely falling off. I kind of feel a lot like about them as like
I always thought they were the weakest one from the first place.
And they were like, this could be the next Office or Superstore, or it could not get another season. We'll see what happens. All right, moving on.
You started a show that I recommended to you.
Oh my goodness.
You started it?
So listen, all right, y'all. I started watching Euphoria. And as an adult who works with teenagers, I am extremely uncomfortable watching this show.
How many episodes did you get into?
I'm almost done with the first season.
As long as we're moving, that's all that matters.
It's like I'm watching the last episode of the first season tonight. I found out that there's 2 bonus episodes that connect to the first season. I may not delve into those, but it's just like the fact that this is potentially how teenagers are living life in this day and age right now is freaking scary, bro.
No, like my thing is season 1 was really, really good. And it's like I said, like when we watched it like on a whim, and then we were just like, wow, like we're really impressed with this show. Like I love it. Season 2 is a whole different beast, bro. Like they really, really, really figure it out. And it's like, like every week is like, it's must-see TV. Like it's the number one thing on Twitter. It's the number one thing anywhere. And it's like season 2 is fire. And we're getting ready. I think this episode coming up is the finale. So I'm wondering if you're going to be able to catch up for the finale on Sunday.
I'll be done by next pod. I'm going to keep it all the way real with you.
I'm just glad.
For 2 reasons. 1, it is an entertaining show. 2,
it has a lot to say.
For 2, it has a lot to say. And 3, it just, like, you know me, I like to stay relatable. I like to be able to help where I can help. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of these situations are real situations that teens are going through right now. And it's not like you're going to be like, hey, are you living like so-and-so on Euphoria? But it's just like, it helps to keep in your back of your mind, like don't be so forward. Don't be so crucial, because you never know like what kids are going through or people in general. And like this joint is bugged out. I watched the first 3 episodes and then I hit you up and I was like, I feel like I'm watching Kids and Basketball Diaries mixed together. Like I didn't know like this, like bro, I almost felt uncomfortable watching the show. Like this is crazy. Like it's crazy. Like of course, like we know all the characters are played by adults and like they have contracts and everything like that, but the age group on which they're representing is just like, it's scary, bro. It's scary.
I have to say that like a lot of the times I'm like, yo, they're supposed to be in high school. I was like, I don't even know if we're gonna see any of these people at graduation.
Right.
The way that they're moving.
It's like it's crazy, and it's just like it's also scary because I can see a couple characters in the show where I'm just like, like man, that makes sense now. It makes sense now, and it's just like, pay attention, parents, uncles, aunties, grandparents.
So like do you have a favorite character so far?
I have a good side and a dark side.
Okay, who's your favorite character on the good side?
It's the dude who is like reminds me of Mac Miller.
My boy Fezco. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Fezco season 2.
Yeah.
Fezco season 2.
Yeah,
I don't know if I spoiled this saying that he's making it to season 2, but like yo, my man Fez. That's everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
They got like gear with him on it.
I like the little homie that be with him too.
Man, Ashtray.
Yeah. Them dudes is funny. They legit.
They get their own episode in season 2. And it's like, yo.
That's what's up.
They
need that because I need to know how they got to where they are now.
Crazy. I can't wait until you see it now.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna text me when you see it, and it's like I'm really gonna be up like.
Right. So my dark horse is the overweight girl.
Oh, my girl, Kitty Queen.
That's
Kitty
what you
Queen?
want to call her.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call her.
My girl Cat.
I'm not validating anything that she's doing with her lifestyle choices, but like she's wilding for real.
Because Kitty Queen was our favorite character from season 1.
Yeah,
like obviously
she's wilding for real. But it's just like, I like the fact that she's building confidence and believing in herself, and like the way she's going about it is definitely wrong. It's definitely crazy.
Is it wrong or is it just crazy?
It's both. But it's just like the fact that she's like being able to be comfortable in her own skin is like I always would validate that for somebody to just be like, I had a conversation with that kid the other day. We know we called the heavyweight bros, right? And the kid was like, oh, mister, you fat and this and that and this. Like, you call me whatever you want to, man. My confidence level is way higher than your referral level. So it's nothing you can tell me.
It was like,
that's gonna get
I've heard you read out loud. Like,
huh?
I was like, I heard you read out loud before. Why am I gonna get offended by anything? Yeah, I was just saying, like, tell me what's the right? I want you to spell for me the game that Harry Potter plays in the book.
It's just like
you can spell Quidditch. I was like,
stupid.
And I'll
But
take
like,
whatever you say.
Even in that moment, it was like a teachable moment because they thought they was gonna put me down or like this is something that everybody else would succumb to. I'm a grown man, I'm an adult. But the fact that I radiated that confidence, it was just like, hey, listen, this is where I'm at with it, and there's nothing you can do to tear that down. They were just like, you know what? I should walk with that type of confidence. Yes, and if you do, you probably spend more time in here with me and more time in the classroom. So it was just like that's my dark horse character. I do not condone any of her behaviors, but I like the fact that like even when her friend was like, I wish you would just go back to the funny person you always was. Like, oh, so you just want me to be the funny fat girl that you get to laugh at while it validates your feelings of you wanting to feel better. And now that I'm my own person, now you don't like where I'm at with it. So I was just like, yeah, she got it.
Sprinkle all that.
She got it, yeah. So that is what it is.
We do have a show that just came out, and you've already watched it, and I'm so mad because like I was busy, and it's like I
don't want to hear that.
But it's also like Hulu and all that is just weird with how they release the show, because it was like 9 o'clock I'm gonna hop on Hulu and I'm gonna catch Snowfall. 9 o'clock it wasn't there because you have to wait for it to air, and then it's like it doesn't air after the show airs. It airs the next day. So I was like, all right. And then today it was just crazy, and I was like, I'm gonna get to it. We got the snowstorm coming tomorrow, so I'm gonna hit the Snowfall while the snow falls. That's where I'm at with it. But just
because you dropped the bar does not validate the fact that
I'm gonna watch it.
You missed the first 2 episodes of Franklin Saint back on his stuff, man.
Before the next pod, I will have watched both.
Listen,
I promise you. I've been going through the shows.
This man, Franklin Saint, has not skipped a beat. My bad, he did because he got rid of the cane, so now he back on beat. He now off stepping like an 808, man. That brother is on it right now.
That's all you gotta hear.
Yo, listen, man. Listen.
Stop telling me to listen.
Listen, say something. Man. I don't want to say nothing. But
I'm gonna watch it before the next pod. I promise you.
You better get to it.
Listen,
man, because
I'm waiting for you to tell about the stuff that I've watched, because like I feel like I've plowed through shows these past couple of
All right. So did you watch Genius?
I did watch Genius.
Okay. It's 2 episodes out though.
I know. It just came out yesterday, the same day as Snowfall.
Okay. So you didn't watch that either?
I spent all the time trying to watch Snowfall. I didn't get to the second episode. Yo, these joints is like an hour and a half too. Like, come on, man. Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Yes.
I'm gonna watch
Not only did I watch that, I will digress a little bit, and we'll finish Genius because this digression is gonna take a little minute because my heart is broken. But yes, the Kanye joint is like that joint still hitting. I ain't gonna get too much into it. I'm gonna let you watch the second episode, and then we'll get to it on the next pod. But I'm blown away, like visually, artistically, journey wise, like. It's the perfect thing to be on Netflix right now. Like it's
just a wild timing though, like with all the negative stuff that's going on with Kanye.
I don't care because this gives you a reason to balance it out. Like you focus on all this extra stuff that's going on and the petty and the messiness and all that extra stuff, but in between all that, he's dropping good music, and he has a super dope documentary where you can be like, "Dang,
he's dropping good music." He's dropping music.
He's dropping music. Okay. There's some stuff in between here where you could say, you know what I mean? It's all right. But it's like
someone said the other day that Kanye has dropped 4 albums since Kendrick Lamar has dropped an album. And someone was like, yeah, and that last Kendrick Lamar album is better than all 4 of Kanye's albums. And I was like, this man speak the truth.
It's Kendrick though, man. That's rare form Kendrick, bro. That's rare form Kendrick, man. It's like saying you putting the prime LeBron against the Wizards Jordan. It's like he's still Jordan, but this is prime LeBron.
That's a wild analogy, and I don't have a better backup analogy, so I'm just gonna let you eat off that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Lastly, we had.
I didn't even say, but like the ups and downs of the first episode of the Genius.
Oh yeah, give it to me. My
like,
bad.
you have some highlights.
My bad. Go ahead.
Do you have a highlight
from the first episode?
Yeah.
Listen, for me, I would think it's all the rejection of him pitching that first song, and then that joint still being a classic today.
Like, I just think it's crazy that we're all sitting in these rooms, and it's like I think before Shorty walks in, like she's listening to like Sean Paul's like "Give Me the Light," and he's like, "Yo, let me put this on," and it's like "When it all," and it was like she's like talking about blackberries, talking about what she's getting for lunch, and it's like, yo, like to be
straight ignoring that joint.
To be him standing there and watching you not listening to his stuff. And I was like, I can see like why this nigga became. This is his villain origin story. Like I can see.
The moment he had with his mom was real too.
Oh my god! Like
it's just like middle of the night.
I watched it a second time.
The middle of the night, just in the crib, him and his mom. And for his mom to know, so like, of course that's his mom. She's gonna know everything about her son. But like, she's spitting his rhymes.
That's what I'm saying. Like she was committed.
Like, right.
Like because sometimes your kids show you stuff and you're like, yeah, like that's nice. And you keep it moving. Like she was really like, oh, like what did you write?
And
she
was
like,
being a mom, bro. Because like your son come up with his homie in the middle of the night and he's recording this conversation, your son might be going through something. And technically he was, because everybody's giving him slack about like not trying to help with this album. I think it was around the same time where his homie was giving him slack on the radio.
I was gonna get to that, but
but it's just like a mom's not just gonna be like, what you going through, baby? What's going on? You look stressed. She was like, no, I'm gonna do something to keep my son motivated and make sure that he knows he needs to keep chasing his dream. And that's all she was focusing on, was keeping positive vibes around that man so we can keep it moving. So I thought that was a super dope.
So just give him like mad validation.
Man, I love you, mama.
She gave him just mad validation, like in general, where she's just like, she was like, I know that like people say that you come off cocky and arrogant and stuff like that. And he's like, do you think I'm too arrogant? She's like, no, I think you're just the right amount of arrogant. Like if you a star, like, what are you gonna not tell people that you a star? It's like, no. And I was like,
even a star.
And then, like the whole time, like I'm like fighting back. I'm like,
I'm
like, damn man, she's hitting
right.
these bars.
He got a bar when he says, he's like, I called myself the greatest even before I was the greatest. You know what I mean? So it's just like all that matters.
He was like, I was taking the train, and he was like, I was already writing my Grammy speech, and I was like, oh nigga, he was crazy. Like, it was like, you should probably get that a little bit more secure. Like you probably should be thinking about other stuff before that. But like she was like really liked his chain and like stuff like that. She was just like, yeah, I'm glad you got this. I was gonna talk about how you don't got a house. And he's like, so it's okay that I have this and I don't got a house. She's like, yeah, that's nice. Right. I was like, I like that.
Right. That's what the
angel wings.
That's what mamas is for, man. She held it down. She held it down all the way. So.
Why they play both of their fridges though? Their fridges was fridge gate was crazy.
He's like, this is a bachelorette pad. It's like, Kanye, chill out, man. Chill out.
But it's like I didn't realize like when they talk about like how much, or Kanye talks about like how much he wanted to be a rapper and a producer. And it's like they really showed like brother was rapping like all the time. Yeah. Like he was constantly rapping. And it's like I feel like those are the things you need to be doing, is like is sharpening your tools. And it's like granted, like not all of his bars that he was saying were fire, but then it's like you can see where those bars then became other bars that are like these are on like now. Like what when like All Falls Down like is what one of the 200 greatest hip hop songs of all time,
right?
And it's like that, and it's like some of those bars like he had been saying for years beforehand.
Yes.
And then it's like to watch him in like certain places, like he's in like that like library looking place, and he's just like, yo, check out this song that I got. It's like bomb, bomb, bomb. Bomb,
right,
bomb, bomb.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm like, I got goosebumps right now. And I'm
now
like,
imagine watching that documentary then, and you're like, all right, that's kind of dope. But like knowing, like hindsight, like it's like, come on, man, like this is crazy.
But I think my personal favorite moment is because like this is also one of my favorite people is like when Scarface shows up to the studio, and it's like Scarface is just like, you wrote bars to this? Like, he's like, yo, yeah. But then he plays Family Business, which is one of my favorite songs from the College Dropout. And then it's like, yo, like Scarface is just like, yo, I don't even know if I can put anything on that. He's like, I think it is what it is.
Right.
And it's like, like I think he meant to do other stuff, but it's like, yo, at a time, Scarface is super busy.
Right.
And it's like, he moved on to like other things or whatever. But that validation that he got from Scarface, it was like, yo, he was like, yo, these two things right here that you're doing, he's like, keep those.
Right.
He's like, those things are amazing.
Right.
And it's like, and like all he did was refine him a little bit. And I was just like, yeah, that's super dope.
Yeah, I felt it.
I know we're getting ready to move on. Quick low light / highlight to touch on something that you said before is like his like former mentor. I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head now. But like I was just like,
who was beefing with him on the
yeah,
radio,
who eventually beefed with him, and I was just like, wow, like it's almost like the Drake line where he's like, it's tough when your idols become your rivals and you got to AI them for your survival, and it's just like the whole time I'm watching that, and I'm just like, yo, like not only did Kanye have to come to the realization is like, yo, like this man like all of a sudden has beef with me and stuff like that, but I was like, I'm sure like when he rewatches it, because as soon as I watched it, I was like, wow, like Kanye's first mentor was a lame. And I was like, you could tell that he's lame from the front. He's like, yo, I had you around some cool people, right? And Kanye's like, ain't none of them like made it out, like, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And it was just like, yeah, like you probably showed him like some of the basics of stuff of like how to make a beat and stuff like that. But then it's like everything else that you were kind of doing was pretty corny.
Right.
Like everything about you seems pretty corny. And then like you only validated that corniness by then going on this radio show and then making a diss song. And then when he pulled up on you, you were still in the car for a majority of it. And then like you were trying to like little bro him and like give him hugs and stuff like that. And I was just like, yo, what a moment. It's like when you
that was this person too, and he was like, yo, they right over here right now, man. I'm just gonna pull up. I'm like, you better pull up. That's what you do.
And then pulled up to the whatchamacallit,
right.
To the radio station right after.
Yes.
He was like, y'all trying to
I just talked to this man, like, just so y'all know. But yeah, that was fire. Last thing before we leave Insomnia TV. Cautionary warning. If you can stay away from watching We Need to Talk About Cosby, I would strongly suggest to do so.
It's that rough?
Bro, that joint is a tough. I already told you it's a tough watch. And when I got through the first 2 episodes and I watched the last 2 episodes and I felt sick to my stomach, man. I can't even lie to you, man.
So what is it exactly that's got you? Like, you don't have to go into like what exactly they say, but like what's the,
because we already know the initial details of everything that's going on. Believe it or not, whatever it is what it is.
Yeah.
But when they start unraveling how things were happening and the character of the person in question when these things are happening, it's like 2 different people, bro. It's like 2 different people, and that joint is hurtful to watch. I mean, if you feel free to watch it, watch it. It's definitely an informative watch, but it is a very tough watch. Yeah. And it's like, it's crazy. Like, I didn't even know, like, the conversation, like, he had a speech that's called, like, the pound cake speech.
Okay.
Where he's, like, completely demeaning Black people. It's just like, where were you when your child was running the streets? And it's like, you killed somebody over some pound cake, and now you crying because your son is in an orange jumpsuit. Like it was wild, bro. It was wild. And it was just like, I don't even know. I don't even want to spend too much time.
The deep
on
swallow
it,
that you just took, let me know like how rough
man.
it was.
It's just like, because it's just like those cornerstones of your life. It's kind of like having an uncle that like really meant everything to you, and then you found out that he did something so treacherous, and you're like, I would never believe that. My uncle's integrity speaks for himself, and then you find out that it's true, and you just like, yeah, right. And I just like, mind you, through all of that, like they get to the last episode and you think like, this is a documentary that's already been out. We're just getting it. Like, no, this is like real time information. Literally when they're filming the last episode is when Cosby gets released from jail. And dude's like mid meeting, like, I don't even know if we can do this last interview with this last person. I just got a Twitter notification that Cosby just got released. And it's just
crazy that Twitter has become the new like CNN type of deals. Like that's where you hear it first. Especially
from a guy who's not a social media guru. So you know what I mean? I'd be like, be opening the paper like, that's what happened yesterday. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad, but I'm just saying I don't be rocking with it.
But it's just funny because like Twitter is like a day or 2 ahead of Instagram, and then it's like a week or like 2 weeks ahead of Facebook. Like that's like that's the way it works. Like, like I hate going on Facebook and seeing memes that like I saw like forever ago. So like I'm like, dang, that's because these are like my aunts and uncles. So
like me sending you a funny video, like, thank you, Raisinet. I seen this a month ago.
and like we have the common courtesy now to not be like, I already seen this.
Right.
It's just like,
right.
Let's keep it moving.
Smiley face. Keep it pushing.
But you wanted to segue away from Insomnia TV. Like, why are you not talking about like these 3 shows that I got in the pocket that I watched?
I'm listening.
Okay. One of the shows that I polished off was a show called VoxMachina, which is on.
Oh, you didn't tell me you finished it. You told me you was going to get back to me and let me know.
I told you I was going to finish
it. But you didn't tell me if it was consistently going to happen. You've been fumbling the bag on a lot of shows.
On the last episode, I was like, I'm going to watch this show, I'm going to watch this show, and I'm going to watch this show. I watched all them shows. First show on the docket that I watched was VoxMachina.
Okay.
VoxMachina is on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It is 12 episodes. It is an animated show. It's kind of animated in the style of Young Justice, the new Voltron show, The Legend of Korra. Like those people are the ones that are kind of behind it. They don't really delve into like where these people come from or like why they're together, but it's very much like it's an adventure show. And VoxMachina is the name of like this group, and it's like there's dwarves, there's elves, there's a half giant and stuff like that, and it's like it's like a quest show. So it's like you have your archer, you have your rogue, you have your magician, and like all this other stuff. And it was pretty solid. Like I don't think it was the greatest animated show that like I've seen in a while, but like it was super solid and it was great. It was a great 20-minute show for me where it was just like, hey, like I only have 20 minutes to watch something. Let me put on VoxMachina. And it was always entertaining. It's a lot more adult show because like they do swear quite a bit. And it's like when there are quite gory deaths, like like people's heads get crushed and like stuff like that. So it's like it's an adult. It's kind of like Invincible in a sense. I think.
Okay.
Actually, I think the people that animated this kind of animated Invincible like as well. But it was super solid. I'm definitely gonna watch season 2. So like I thought that was a solid watch. Second show that I polished off, and I told you that I was going to polish off. There's actually 3 roaming around my head right now, but I'm gonna move on to the one that I kind of. That was kind of crazy. I told you I was gonna catch up on Bel Air.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Okay, go ahead.
And I banged all 4 episodes out, and I watched, and in the first couple of minutes, I was like, I absolutely love this show. And I was like, I felt like this show was made for me. And it's just like,
Talk about it.
If there's one thing that I'm like, this is my favorite thing about the show, it's the soundtrack. Like the soundtrack to the show, it's super hip hop. Yep. It's super 2000s hip hop too. It's like
Uncle Phil always singing Tribe Called Quest.
They do that a little much. They do a little much with Uncle Phil.
Okay.
Because it's like he's like, yeah. He's like, check the rhyme. I did see exactly. I saw Wu-Tang with Biggie back in '92, and I was like, all right, bro. Like they're gonna
do an interview with him. He's gonna have like a UK accent.
Exactly. He's like, bro, if you gotta understand. But like I really like it. I can see your criticisms of Carlton. I don't hate Carlton, the actor or the stuff, but it's no. But it's like in the show, like I was about to start swearing and stuff like that, but like he's corny, and it's like he's whack, and it's like I feel like the actor who plays Will is really good. Like he, for some reason, like I've never seen him in anything.
And Carlton was corny on a TV show, but it was an enjoyable corny.
It was a different type of corny,
right?
And
this
like
guy is just like. They playing him like a sucker, man. You don't have to depict Carlton like that. But I'm hoping it's gonna turn the corner.
It looks like it is gonna turn a corner.
It does.
Like I don't know how spoilery we are getting with this.
I'm here for it.
But it's like like it seems like with the whole what's his boy's name, Connor.
Spoiler alert.
It's like white boy Connor.
Yeah,
is his name. It seems like he's starting to see some stuff, and he's just like, you know what? And it's like maybe this isn't what I see it is, but I think he does just have a hard time with people who have different views than he does, or it's like, he's used to seeing things in a very black and white manner because like all the things that have been going well for him is because he's been thinking a certain way. So he's been on the rising up, but then it's like, now he has Will Smith who comes around, who's like also kind of on the rise up. And it's like, he threatens everything that he is. So like, that's why he opposes him so much. And it's like, I get it. Excuse me, but it is like a bit annoying. Cause it's like, yo man, like, and then, their family says it to you all the time. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter because they're family. But like, still don't like that nigga. Right. Like we can be family, and it's like, they'd be like, yo, if that's your cousin. If he's getting jumped, you got jumping. I was like, I don't like him that much. Right. If he's getting jumped, that's on him.
Right.
Type of deal. And it's just like, I don't know, like, but they are doing like, because it was the same thing, and it's like, I know the original Fresh Prince it's much more of a comedy, but they were adversarial in the beginning, and there was a lot of that type of stuff. But then it's like towards the end, like I think Will says like Carlton is his best friend. And it's like, he's like, like Jazz is, I think he says something, he's like, yeah, because your best friend Jazz. He's like, yo, Jazz is my homie. Right. He's like, but like, yo, Carlton, like, you're my best friend and stuff like that. And it's like, I think that they're going to get to that at some point in time.
I think so too. So just to wrap it up, because I'm getting a little excited.
I really, really enjoy it.
There are a lot of subtle nuances that connects to the TV show.
Absolutely.
What is one of the things that really stood out with you?
The subtle
Not to put you on the spot, I'm sorry.
So like, besides the Lisa thing, who, by the way, I love the actress that plays Lisa, and it's just like, and I like the fact that like, she's like a bigger girl, but they never really address it,
right?
And stuff like that, and I was just like, yeah, because like she fine, and it's like the fact that they kind of like flipped it where it's like, yo, she used to date Carlton, but it's like she does this, and it's like she actually has agency and actually is doing something. Like she's a very accomplished swimmer. She seems like she's very smart, like as well, and stuff like that. And it's like it sounds to me like she has like somewhat of a tragic backstory, like as well. And it's like every scene that she's in, like I'm like they're dope scenes, and it's like her and Will have dope conversations.
She don't got a lot of screen time, but she makes the best of it.
Yeah. There's not very, like I really like Hillary's character too. Like I was just like this the chef thing instead of being like the talk show host. Like I was just like I'm all in on like this entire thing, and it's like it sucks that her and Aunt Viv, because Aunt Viv is my favorite character so far. I want to say that. But it kind of sucks like they're not really seeing eye to eye. But it's just like I feel like that's every woman and their mother's relationship when they're in high school. Is that they're super just at each other's throats. They never fully are listening to each other, and they're just kind of doing like this all day long, stuff like that. So it all makes sense. But like, so when you say like the things that leak in from the older show, like, are you talking about like things that they say?
Things they say, or like little momentums that they put in the show that connects you to the old show.
I also thought in the basketball game when Carlton showed up, there was a small part of me. I was like, if he grabs his basketball,
throw it one hand across the court.
I couldn't wait.
And I found out that he's really dunking that basketball.
Yeah, I seen the clip, the behind the scenes.
Really
he did. He windmilled that. I was like, okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
For me, as I like the situation where
that's Philadelphia, born and raised.
Sneakers came, and the first sneakers he showed was the 5s, which were actually the Fresh Prince 5s. But one of the sneakers that were super iconic in the TV show was the Jordan 5s that Will Smith was wearing. And I thought it was really dope when they finally got to the scene where he turned the jacket inside out.
I couldn't wait for that too. Like when he finally did, I was like, yeah. I was like, how's nobody telling him though that this does look kind of crazy? Because it did look for that type. Like I was like, yeah, but no. I was like if you sat next to me in class, I'm like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
Right. And I like the fact that they didn't play themselves out as far as like trying to make it happen the same way it happened in the TV show. It's kind of like, oh, I got something on my jacket. You got me looking crazy. Let me turn it inside out. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're not leaning heavily on the TV show to make this show great. Like they're letting it be its own entity while still paying homage. And I think
I honestly believe that if this show had no Fresh Prince ties and it was just a brand spanking new show, name wasn't Will, all this other stuff or whatever, like I still would enjoy it. Like I think it's just a good show, period. But then I think like they sprinkle some things in there from the Fresh Prince show where I'm like, this show's for me. Like I love this show. Like I genuinely after the first episode was like, I can't wait to watch another episode. And I begged them all out.
And what some people,
by the way, it's on Peacock. If you guys need to watch it, it's on Peacock. There's only 4 episodes out so far. They come out every Sunday.
And Will Smith is super into paying homage to Philly, because a lot of people may not know, but the gangster dude that Will is beefing with, he's actually a battle rapper that's on Smack. His name is Easy the Block Captain.
Okay, I had no idea.
And he's from Philly. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know what I mean? So it's just like they're
he's not the same dude that was in Creed, was he?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, who's the one? He's like, hey, baby Creed.
Yeah, the one in Creed, he's a rapper too, though.
He is.
Yeah,
and
he's a rapper too. And it's definitely a Philly rapper, I believe so. So it's just like, that's one thing that I like. I mean, like when people are touching that Philly bass, it's almost like a code. Like if you don't got something Philly in here,
come on,
it's not about to happen.
The Freeway showed up as the basketball coach. You already know what that did to me.
And
the alarm clock.
The first song
he don't know what we do is wrong.
I was like, Jamal.
I was like,
he's gonna love this. He's gonna love this.
I was on the couch.
I remember I hit you up, but I know it was like, this is not gonna be enough. When it finally happens, he's gonna be like, oh shoot.
It took like 30 seconds.
And you know me, I love to set stuff up, but I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell him who the coach is. And I was like, I know when you saw it, you was like, oh shoot. So yeah, it was definitely fire. Definitely fire. All right, I think we spent enough time on that. No popcorn poppy today.
Hold on, there's another show, bro.
Oh, did
you watch the finale of Peacemaker?
Yes.
And what did you think? How we got to talk about Peacemaker, man?
I thought it was whack.
Are you being for real?
No.
I was like, we are diametrically.
So I love the fact that they gave Adebayo her shining moment.
Helmet on.
Her shining moment. Now I thought when she came out with the 2 guns, man.
That was fire too.
She was moving through.
The helmet on was my one. Yeah, I was like, go ahead,
Adebayo. The helmet was hilarious, especially when Peacemaker was like,
he did it to her. She's like, no.
No, I thought it was super dope. There were like some subtle gaps that I thought was there, but I'm pretty sure they left it that way for season 2. But I like the way the show ended, man. I think it was in a space where like.
What'd you think about when the Justice League showed up?
I thought that was whack. It was hilarious, But it was just like, come on, man.
It was very Deadpool-y.
It was. I thought it was a reach. I thought it was almost like we don't really have a solid ending, so this is where we're gonna end it at.
I mean, they didn't do anything. It was just like him.
What I did respect the fact is that like they had the original Aquaman and the original dude who played Flash, and they actually had a couple lines. So I was like, all right, that was respectable.
Well, because
when they first showed
they
up,
definitely weren't getting Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot to come back, but it's like Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller, we could do that,
right? But it's just like when they showed up and it was just like their silhouette. I was like, really, this is what we doing? And then when they walked up and you could really see them, and then they finished it with like a joke that was already running through the show. I was
like, why does everybody keep saying that?
Like, right. So I was just like, great job. So no, I enjoyed it. I'm super invested in what season 2 looks like.
I absolutely loved and
it was kind of ironic, not to cut you off, but I was in a meeting today, and somebody looked at me and was like, "You look like a TV guy." I was like, "I am a TV guy." I was like, "Have you watched Peacemaker?" I was like, "Do you watch the Heavyweight Bros podcast? Do you have a podcast? Let's converse for a little bit." You know, here I am. But it was dope. You know what I mean? Because it was just like, she was like, I can't find anybody who watches Peacemaker. I was like, I literally will watch anything for the content of the show. I will sacrifice that. I was like,
it is definitely in my top 3 TV shows right now for this year.
Wow.
And it's definitely a show that like I'm recommending to like a bunch of people.
So I'm
like,
assuming it's that, Fresh Prince, and Euphoria.
Euphoria is definitely the other one. I'm hoping Snowfall takes it over. I'm
not gonna be hard. Peacemaker's already out there. Franklin Saint 2
episodes
in. Get up out of there, Peacemaker.
I also really, really, really liked Mayor of Kingstown. And I think Mayor of Kingstown might be in my top 3, to be honest. You know what? I think Bel Air might be.
But that's not this year, though. That's last year.
I watched it this year.
Okay. I watched it this year. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Can we segue now? Or?
Yeah, I feel like we didn't spend enough time on Peacemaker, but like I'm cool with it. Like, guys, watch Peacemaker. It's on HBO Max.
It's definitely worth
10
it.
episodes. It's definitely worth your time.
Definitely watch that instead of Space Force.
It's got to be one of the best superhero TV shows, right?
I'm definitely watching that over Hawkeye.
Are you watching it over What If?
Yes.
Captain America: Winter Soldier. WandaVision.
Yeah, no.
Loki?
No. All right, so I'll watch it over WandaVision, not Loki.
Hitmonkey.
Nah, Hitmonkey was fire.
Hitmonkey's fire, right? I keep trying to explain to you. I'm like, yo, Hitmonkey's
you ain't explained it to me when you requested it. I was in my COVID half dead bed watching.
You definitely were.
Yeah, you want to know what's crazy? How I was watching it, because I'm in my son's room. He got the bunk bed, right? But there's no bed on the top bunk, so I literally turned my phone on and rested it on the top bunk, and I'm in the bed like this, like. And it's just like, skip to the next episode.
Crazy monkey.
I almost felt like the guy who was walking around with him, like, I'm a ghost. But no, yeah, not over Hitmonkey.
But it's up there.
Yeah,
it's honestly like there's not many that's above it. I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It's like Deadpool as a TV show, but it's like if Deadpool was good for 10 episodes.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I can respect that.
So I guess now we can segue. We could cross over.
Okay.
to the Hardwood Check-in.
We're having on that last note there.
What was wrong with it?
There you go. Oh, you were fading out?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, I thought you. My bad. I was like, I feel bad. I don't got no water for my homie down here. We're not sponsoring them. Next time, tell you.
That's why I covered it with my baby hands.
All right, so we'll get right into the Hardwood Check-in. First things first.
Papa freaks of the honeys.
we don't have copyright for that.
Rest in peace, Uncle Phil. Bro.
J. Cole, you come on the show anytime you want to. We'll be your guest.
J. Cole.
So I don't know how I feel about this situation.
Okay.
But I'm gonna put it out there, and we'll bounce the idea off each other and see what's going on. But
okay.
Juwan Howard,
Fab
Five,
yes, sir.
Head coach, his alma mater, Michigan, has been suspended for 5 games.
Yep.
Fined $40,000 for slapping a coach in the face.
Why do you put quotes up like he didn't slap that?
For me, it was more like a mush. It's more like watch the way you talking to me.
That's fair enough.
You know what I mean? But the people who don't understand what a mush is probably would call it a punch or a slap.
That was definitely a middle school girl staple. Like, yo, get up out of here.
Word.
Ill.
Word. Mush.
And they would literally yell mush. I'm like, this is even worse.
Mushing somebody and
saying mush
was worse than punching somebody in the face. Like, I don't even have.
That's what I have you punching lockers in the
right. I don't even have the time and effort to be punching you in the face right now. But you know what you're gonna get? Mush. But yeah, so Michigan was upset by Wisconsin.
Yep.
In a 1-point loss, I believe it was.
Yep.
They're shaking hands, and I will try to openly give the context without letting my
personal bias.
Yes. Head coach walks up to Juwan Howard. It seems like they are exchanging words. It looks like Juwan's trying to keep it moving. The other coach is kind of holding him up. They exchange some words, which leads to other coaches jumping into the situation. Few more words are exchanged. Juwan Howard mushes an assistant coach in the face, which leads to the players instantly meleeing it. So it wasn't like Malice in the Palace, but there were some pushing and shoving and punching.
It was a little bit of a ruckus.
It was a little bit of ruckus. It never like spewed out all over the place. It kind of stayed like right there in front of the check-in desk. And once everybody got separated, they went to their separate locker rooms. I haven't heard of any fines or penalties for anybody else except for Juwan Howard.
Because he's the most high-profile person in there, so like he's gonna be the person that we hear about, right? So my thing is, preemptively, he told that man, "Get out of my face, back up, get out my face."
Wait, the one he mushed or the head coach?
The one that he mushed.
Okay,
gotcha. He said, "Yo," and then he said, "Don't put your hands on me." He said 4 different warnings to him. Get up off me. We are in 2022. We are in the age and like the time of like people's personal boundaries, people's social emotional health, people's personal, like all this other stuff like that. Like somebody tells you get up out their face, that is not the time to get up in their face and try to get your point across.
Right.
Because
just to be in an argument with Juwan Howard. Keep going.
And whatchamacallit? And it's like, I am not a very nonviolent person. I don't like to put my hands on people. I feel like if
you said that wrong, you are a nonviolent person.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm very not a nonviolent person. Sounds like you was about them fisticuffs.
I'm a very nonviolent person.
I don't know. Keep going.
But like,
I might have misheard.
But it's like, I believe that if someone tells you to get about their face and like tries to get you out of here, tries to de-escalate multiple times, but like you keep bringing it to them, they're like, what happens next is on you. Like, I've already warned you. I've already told you get away from me. I told you get off me. I told you to put your hands off me. Get out of my person. He tried to leave and someone kept him in there. What happened at the end? It was like, yo, that's the end of repercussions of it. To me,
I feel like the head coach from Wisconsin should be held just as responsible,
equally as accountable
as Juwan Howard. Because it already seemed like Juwan Howard was trying to keep it moving. He's mad that his team lost to Wisconsin. They shouldn't have. There might have been some questionable calls during the game. It might have been some already flared tempers or words exchanged, but he's still trying to be sportsman-like for his kids. Shake hands, shake hands and keep it moving and immediately get to the locker room. So if I'm trying to do that and you're impeding me from doing that, I'm going to instantly get frustrated. So the first interaction I saw was when the head coach, I believe it's the head coach, like he kind of like went to shake Juwan's hand. Juwan like was kind of like keep it moving, and that led to a grab of the arm and a hand on the chest. And Juwan's like, chill, bro, I'm not with it. Why is he not held to the same standard as Juwan Howard? I know he hit somebody, but like you are inciting a riot. You are inciting a riot. Because not only did you put your hands on this man, first, you did not do anything to back away your assistant coaches to say, no, it's not like that. If you watch the video, the guy who first put hands on Juwan literally watches everything happens and slowly moves his way around everything that's happening. It's kind of looking like,
oh snap! Like,
did I start all of this? Yes, you
did. You did.
Yes,
bro.
You did. If I walk into someone's house and their kid is in the corner mad, or they just got in trouble, I'm not gonna go over there and start picking with them when they say no. I need a minute.
Like, oh, look at you, sucker! Got in trouble.
Right. You in trouble. You in trouble. Right. Yeah. You just gonna make it worse. And I'm not saying Juwan was acting like a baby, but like he was not in a good space.
I think that man set very clear boundaries and clear expectations.
There you go.
And they were not followed.
And they were violated. And now I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve a suspension. He didn't deserve a fine. I think they exceeded what they should have given him.
They tried to make an example out of him.
Yes. And there should have been penalties assessed to other coaches. Like, that coach should have never been in that man's space. Like, you an assistant pimp. Like, why are you talking to this man? Like, why are you in his face? Just for the sake of saying I got into an argument with Juwan Howard and now he hit me. Like, it's whack. I'm not going to remember your name up to this day. To be honest with you, I don't know your name now. Joel looked it up and was like, this is the guy that he was hitting.
It was like Bowden, Horfendoff.
Right.
And I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Who? So it's just like, and this is not trying to defend what Juwan Howard did, because like I'm pretty sure he knew once everything went down, he was like, dang, not the fact that he thought he was wrong for hitting the coach, but I'm pretty sure he felt badly about how he represented himself in front of his players, and knowing that they look up to him as a leader. They're defending their coach, and they also made bad decisions because coach was like, oh, green light. I'm rocking with my coach. I'm going to make sure nothing happens. And he knows that could jeopardize their scholarship, jeopardize their playing time. They can be depicted in some type of manner that makes it tougher for them to get to their ultimate goal, which is the NBA, or even finish their degree. And following their leader, which is their head coach, they made some bad decisions as well. So I know he's deeply regretful about that. But as far as the interaction with the coaches, like, bro, stay out of my face. Stay out of my face.
I think that's really all there is to it.
Yes.
So like, if we want to move on to like our kind of like last topic in there, because it's a pretty big topic.
It is.
And we did talk briefly about Friday and Saturday of NBA All-Star Weekend, but then Sunday came around, and I felt like there was a lot of big things that happened there besides just the All-Star game.
Before we get to the All-Star game,
we're going to talk about that when we get there.
All right, okay.
We're going to talk about that when we get there.
Man.
We're going to talk about it when we get there.
Sure,
I already know where your head's at.
All right, okay.
We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
But, so, like, I mean, first things first is the All-Star game, which Steph Curry. Come on, bro.
16 of them things.
16 of them things, 50 points.
16 of them things.
Like one of the most electrifying players in basketball history.
Yes.
Like the more I watched him, I can't remember who I was watching, but I want to say it was my brother. And I was like, this is what I've been trying to tell you. Like, he gets left off of it sometimes, but I was like, Steph Curry is one of the 3 greatest players of this generation. I was like, you got LeBron, you got Curry, and then you got Durant. And I was like, and then like, Giannis is kind of like a little after that.
And for me, I felt the whole game was entertaining. So the NBA set the precedence of this being a good game by immediately having the inaugural Kobe trophy as the reward for the MVP. And because of that, everybody's numbers look crazy. Like everybody, it was no longer about winning the All-Star game. It was about winning the first ever inaugural Kobe trophy. Because LeBron's numbers were crazy. DeMar's numbers were crazy. Zach LaVine was hitting crazy threes.
Giannis was crazy.
Giannis numbers were crazy. Embiid, if his team won, would have easily been the MVP forefront runner for his team. Like, his numbers were crazy. I think he only missed like 3 or 4 shots. He had like 34, almost 40 points out there.
Granted, like the All-Star game, like defense isn't usually like a priority. And it's like there was a couple Matador baskets, but I feel like pretty early, like a lot of guys were like, no, like Steph Curry's going crazy. Like, we got to really start putting a man on this dude.
They were double teaming him in the
All-Star game, bro.
In the All-Star game. And this man was still logoing these.
Yappa.
The one for me is like, okay, we see the logo threes. The pull-up turnaround, we've seen that before. The one that everybody is not paying attention to is where Trey was guarding this man and played good defense, and Steph 1 foot faded to the left and shot the ball off the fade and still hit the 3. And it was like, yo, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
How much of that was a response to what him and his wife got booed the night before when they were watching when they were playing that cringy married game
and lost. It's his game.
It's his game.
It's his game.
I was like, yo, what are we doing? I was like, this segment is awful. I was like, this segment was awful. And I was like, and then like, he was getting booed and everybody was like, oh, they're booing Steph Curry because he's a Cleveland. I was like, I'm pretty sure that they're booing Aisha Curry for the most part. And Steph Curry's just eating it. Right. And I was like, yo, he stored all that. We'll say that for the All-Star game.
That man Draymond was like, it's befitting that he did it in Cleveland.
That brother was disgusting. And then of course, when it all comes down to it and the game is on the line, You give it to the GOAT. You give it to the king. And he shows you why he's the king with a turnaround fadeaway on the left corner. And I was like, all I did was stand up and like that. I was like, yo.
At B Mizzy. You hear this, right? That man's in my comment section something crazy talking about
He
shit.
can be that
Your
Your GOAT was on crutches. I'm sorry. Because like your GOAT was on crutches. My GOAT was in there, crushing the competition. That's what he does.
Listen, man. All I'm saying is that he definitely hit the game winner, and that joint was definitely dope. But he said it was liking to what?
Michael Jordan?
An MJ fadeaway.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That man was definitely looking like a fan at the 75 greatest, too. That man was like, Jordan, come on, man.
It's his idol growing up. What are you talking about?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen you in real life, man.
So this is the next thing we want to get to is like, you want to talk about the game and stuff like that. But to me, I didn't know it was coming. At halftime, they revealed the 75th anniversary team, and everybody came out in their jackets. And I knew the 75 was there. I didn't know they were going to be the halftime. I didn't know
because before the All-Star game, it showed everybody walking in and getting their jackets and stuff like that. But I thought that was just like, this is what you guys miss, and this is something that happened behind closed doors, and this was represented. Because I was tight at first because Melo walks in and he's saying, "What's up to everybody?" And everybody has a jacket on, but Melo, I'm like, "Yo, what's going on right now?" And then they show another picture where he got his jacket on with his old dog braids. I was like, "All right, just making sure, man." Then they had a moment when him and Ewing was kicking in. I was just like,
"Yo, what I tell you, goosebumps," and I was teary eyed because like I was like, "Man, like this is my everyday right now. Like these guys like are my childhood," and I was like watching these guys, and it's like like some of the ones that like we didn't get to see, and it's like like they have like Michael Thompson, for instance, it's like, he's got like the limp and stuff like that, but I was like, I know who you are. And it's like, I know all the things that you've done and stuff like that. And I was just like, wow, like this is how long that we've been doing this. Bill Russell didn't make it out.
Right.
And stuff like that. But like, there was a couple of them.
There's a few people that was home.
Yeah, there was a couple people they left Karl Malone's ass out there because they didn't want no part.
Russell wasn't there.
No, he wasn't there. I think that was a choice on Russell's part. Yeah. Though. But like, I feel like the NBA told Karl Malone, like, yeah, you ain't coming around here no more, bro. They are trying to erase Karl Malone from their memories as much as possible. Even though his boy Stockton was there and stuff like that. For the most part, a lot of them look good.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I was worried about Dr. J and stuff like that. It's like, it looked like he kind of cleaned up a little bit and stuff like that. And, but I mean,
look is super look like he was living his best life. Like I might be going swimming right after the All-Star game.
Go ahead, because I got one. Go ahead.
That man Kareem.
Kareem do like he wasn't good.
Out like, it's like, okay, Kareem.
My guy had a little bit of limp. But I was like, yo, but my man Dirk Nowitzki came out. I was like, yo, my boy Perk Nowitzki, Dirk the Twerkishitsky. I was like, my boy. I was like, he had a little bit of limp to him, but I was like, yo, look at Dirk just living life. Right. I feel like we rarely get to see that. It's like,
listen, what you got? Timmy looks like he's all
Timmy,
the way,
yo.
all the way. That man, gray beard, gray
dreads swinging.
That man Timmy was like, yeah, I'm out here.
Well, he's coaching anyway, so it's like he's still like he's still on the scene.
As soon as the game is over, he's at a beach. like
KG when when Ray Allen pulled up, that was a little iffy.
Cringeworthy.
And people were just like, "Oh, why would Ray Allen dap him?" I was like, "I would have dapped this sucker either." Like, yo, this dude's been talking crazy about me ever since I left 2008, like 2009. From now,
boxing, get it over with, man.
It's like, yo, like Ray Allen was like,
"Stay inside, Ray." He got the reach.
And who did he dap instead? LeBron James. He said, "My God, my GOAT, what's up? Strong in here."
Cut it out.
Paul Pierce looked awful. I want to throw that out. I was like, oof. I was like,
the enshrinement too.
I was like, Paul Pierce looked rough, man. I was like, ever since he did like that wild video that got him fired from ESPN, I was like, what's been going on in Paul Pierce's life? That was a strong miscalculation.
I have a personal video of this man at the Hall of Fame enshrinement. So me and Lulu rode up on the bikes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we just there and like everybody's going in. So Paul Pierce comes on the line, smacking everybody's hands. Some dude behind me was like, yo, I heard Benzino's here. I was like, yo. Me and Paul slapped a couple of hands and kept it moving. Yo, y'all brothers is tripping, man. Y'all brothers is tripping.
That's crazy. Two people I think stole the show. And I feel like we're gonna save one of the last one. I feel like Dennis Rodman stole it. And it's like when they're taking the pictures, like, yo, he's just like
Dennis is Dennis.
And it's just like, yo, like I said, Dennis being Dennis. I do think like some of his stuff is like it's a little too much, and I feel like it's a caricature.
I mean, that's what he always does.
But he looks like he's having a good time, and I loved seeing all these players having a good time with each other. And it's like, Charles Barkley and Shaq are two of the biggest guys that like love to give credit.
They seem
to
like
the older
they
generation.
Best friends now.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's like watching Isaiah Thomas and Magic again. Like I was like that meant like a lot to me. And it's like I know people made fun of the thing because then right after he stops talking to Isaiah, he talks to Michael and stuff like that. But I mean, I didn't think Michael Jordan was showing up. Did you?
Yes.
There was a part of me, I was like, for some reason, Michael
was never gonna miss an opportunity to let everybody know he's better than him.
But like when everybody started coming out and all this other stuff, I was like, I feel like Michael Jordan's not gonna show. I feel like he believes that he's above this type of stuff.
I feel like he evaded the mingle time, but he showed up for the halftime show. He did. Because when they're doing the first 75,
I think it was supposed to be a surprise.
Their jackets.
Yeah.
He wasn't in those frames at all. And then all of a sudden, when it was time for everybody to come out,
the second Mike showed up, I feel like the whole stadium shut down. Yes. I feel like all that stuff happened, but then then he proceeded,
and then the internet shut down.
But then
when that man got
hold on, we're gonna get there in a second. Hold on. But then he proceeded to be like your drunk homie and everything. He was like, yo, I love you, man. And everybody, he's like, yo, I ever tell you how much I love you, bro? He was gripping on everybody so tight. Speaking of gripping on everybody.
That man was fondling Monet like, yo, listen, man. That boy Kane come looking for you, man, touching his mama like that, man. The way Zeke about to come back from the dead, touching his mama like that.
He was doing drum beats with his fingers on Mary J. Blige's butt.
Yo, that was crazy. All right, so listen, I understand if it's a misplacement of the hand. This was a readjustment of the hand. Like that man started with the hug here and was like, yeah, ain't no hateration. I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. Mary didn't seem to check him. She didn't look uncomfortable. You know what I mean? They may have that type of relationship. We're not saying that like him being inappropriate, but just like
Michael Jordan got big hands.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not her first time meeting Mike. Like they probably kicked it or something like that. You know what I mean? So maybe it's like a brother sister type thing. But everybody definitely went crazy, and it was like, yo, that man, like he's got Kawhi hands, bro. So it's just like it was hard to miss when that man was like, hey, small of the back, hey, top of the rear.
Did you forget some of these people were on the 75 team? Like when Kawhi Leonard came out, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he made the team.
I forgot Kawhi made the team.
Damian Lillard.
I forgot Dame Lillard made the team. I feel like there was one other person that I was just like, oh yeah, he made it. I just can't remember who it is.
There was quite a few though. But like when I was watching this and like Kawhi Leonard came out, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Kawhi's on here. And I was like, we are never going to hear from Kawhi Leonard again once he retires. I was like, once that man is gone, we might not even know he retires. He might just not come back to the team the next year.
Right.
And it's just like, I was like, we are never going to hear from Kawhi again. And I was like, I'm okay with him because I don't care for Kawhi Leonard that much.
Listen, so it is what it is.
Yeah, but it's like, I was like, he deserves to be on there. And he did do the whatchamacallit. That was probably like the funniest thing I seen Kawhi do. He was like, I was like, all right, keep moving, bro.
Man, I'm hoping the best, man.
I absolutely loved it. Like,
yeah,
it reminded me of the 50 when the 50 greatest came out, and like that blew my mind back in the day. And it was like, this was super dope. There was a small part of me, and it happened very, very quickly, and it was like my heart kind of sank. But they showed Kobe's thing come up, and I was like, how come Kobe's not there? And then I was like, that's right, because it still is so fresh, and it was just like. I've never been the biggest Kobe Bryant fan, and it's like I didn't really care for him. Like he's always been a great player. I always knew he was a great player, but he's never been one of my favorite players. But like I think it really, really sucks that like he missed this moment because I feel like this would have been a very, very big moment for him to be him, LeBron, MJ up there together in their jackets, like. And it's like it really, really sucks that he got taken from us the way he did because I was just like I feel like this is all the stuff that everything that he's been doing was up for this point.
Right.
And it's like he didn't get to go to his enshrinement. He didn't get this stuff. And it's like that's the type of stuff that's like that hurt, man.
Right.
For a second, for a brief second, I was like, yo, Kobe's not here? Damn, man. Right. I was like, yo.
It's tough.
It was tough.
It's tough. All right. Transition. We don't got no football.
You got a Raisinet, cultural gem?
I have a cultural gem. Okay. So I have been getting several, I won't say several. But I have been getting hit up saying like, yo, you always doing like thug movies and stuff like that.
Because that's all they let us make at first. Right. All they let us be was thugs and drug dealers and crackheads. Right. That's why all these movies, that's what we're doing. That's all they thought we could be. Right. Look at us now.
So I wanted to make sure to get on the softer side of Sears for the ladies today. And our cultural gem for this week is going to be none other than Jason's lyric. Yeah, we're gonna go soft.
I didn't know that's the movie that you're picking.
We're gonna go soft.
You can go check out Jason's ass furrow in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
he was lighting Jada Pinkett up.
Oh man, so yes, I was gonna start with the cast. So for our cast, we have Alan Payne, of course, Jada Pinkett, Bokeem Woodbine, Forrest Whitaker, Tretch, Lamar Tate. So that's Lorenz Tate's brother, Eddie Griffin, like Suzanne Douglas. Like it's all over the place here, man. So it's definitely a good movie. You can definitely watch it on Hulu, YouTube, HBO Max. Like this joint's
all over the place.
Yeah, it joins all
why
over
of all the movies we've done, why has Jason Lear got the most exposure?
Listen, I don't know, but that man
it's definitely a deep cut. Like we used to have it in our DVD collection, but we weren't really allowed to watch it because we were really young. But being a latchkey kid, I was home a lot by myself.
You was a latchkey kid?
Oh yeah, but
wow, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Don't open the door for nobody that ain't me.
Word.
Say less.
Word. I don't care if it's family. They need to have a reason to be here. They might be coming to steal the stereo and leave.
Definitely don't let your father in. But yeah, like that was definitely in the DVD collection, and it was just like our cable would go out very often, and it was like I can only watch Blade, Bruce Lee, and Rush Hour so many times. And I was like, let me see what some of these adult movies is hitting for. And Jason Lear was pretty good. And I was like, and I feel like that Jada Pinkett sex scene is like what really was like my mom didn't want me to watch it. I was like, it wasn't even all bad. You know what I mean? But
as a kid, it was though.
But the movie that was directly next to it in the DVD case was definitely Players Club. That got a lot more run. Got a lot more run than
like that one was missing from the case.
Why is it sticky?
Dollar bill. It's gonna be trouble. But yeah, so Jason Lyrics, go ahead and check it out, man. That's definitely a cultural gem, man. All right. And Alan Payne, I believe. Nope. I keep trying to say he's Raheem from Juice.
It's definitely not
Raheem.
All light-skinned brothers ain't the same.
Right.
We had like three light-skinned brothers running around like at that time.
Right. I had one of the young men at just a quick digress. I'm walking out of the basketball game, right? High school basketball game, and there's a kid standing in the coat with no hoodie on. I was like, bro, what you about to fight? That's the only reason you would not have a hoodie on or your coat on. And he's like, yeah, I was about to. I was like, bro, light skinned dudes don't fight, man. He was like, you light skinned. I was like, yeah, but there's a difference. I'm 80s light skinned. You new age light skinned.
Oh, right.
This man was like, what's the difference? I was like, if you was in an alley about to get jumped, would you rather have iced tea with you or Drake? He was like, you got that.
First of all, who's fighting me? Because I don't know if I want Drake fighting me either.
No. I'm talking about they're on your side to fight somebody else. Gotcha.
That
man was like, you got it. Yeah.
Why did you already have that in the chamber for that excuse?
Because I don't play around, man. I'm already ready. But yeah, Raisinet for today is I'm pretty sure I said this before, but I might have said it in a different context. But
I feel like sometimes we do reiterate a lot of the same things, but it's just like sometimes you just need to hear it.
Yeah. And enjoy the day for what it is.
Carpe diem. Carpe diem, seize the day.
I like that. Okay. So I found myself like watching a whole week blow by and not noticing like what I could have enjoyed in that week because like I'm looking towards the payday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So sometimes like you're like, oh yeah, I got a big check coming, or like I need to take care of this, wait for this money day to come. You know what I mean? So it's like we're so often looking for what's to come that we're missing the opportunity to enjoy the day that we're in. You know, like even right now during this vacation week that we're on, it's like a lot of these days I made sure to have a moment where I sat and was just like, it's Monday, it's Tuesday, you know what I mean? And just enjoying the day, going outside and seeing what it's about. Cause like we run around so much and we're always chasing the dollar, which I learned recently, you shouldn't chase the dollar. That means the dollar's always running away from you. You should just, when the bag is yours, it'll be there and ready, which was pretty dope. But like if we spend all our time always rushing to the next thing, we never have time to enjoy the moment that we're in. And there's little small things that could be special that's happening around you that you could be overlooking just because you're so focused on getting to that next point. All right. So whatever time, whatever moment you're in, make sure that you're enjoying it. That's like I said earlier, he was like, how you feeling? I was like, literally forgot about everything because I love podding so much that I'm only focused on this pod right now. You know what I mean? And when I leave after this, I'm only going to be focused on saying what's up to my 7-year-old, or I'm going to say what's up to my oldest, you know what I mean, or kiss my wife, or make sure that like I'm helping with dinner, like whatever that moment is at that time, make sure you're enjoying it, because moments are far few in between, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Gotcha. So I think if I was to like wrap it up in a nice, it's like savor the journey. Like, because like we're always like so focused on the end goal that like you miss the things that like you learn or what happened like along the way. And it's like sometimes like those are the most enjoyable parts of it, because like even when you look back, and like I literally just had like a lunch today where it's like, like we were talking about things that we used to do back in the day, and it was like, man, like those were really good times. And it's like, granted, like, you're different because age is different, responsibilities are different. But it was like at that time, it was like we just had a great time being around each other. And it's like sometimes like you forget about those things because like what we wanted to talk about is like a specific job. And like one of my friends was just like, oh man, I hated that job. And I was like, I loved that job because literally everybody was there. And then like we're talking about it was like the work itself might have sucked, but like the people who were in there with you, like it was like, yeah, they were like, I definitely look forward to going to work like during the time. But it's like when you look back at it, I was like, it's kind of crappy job, but like it's good times in there.
I like it. All right. I don't have anything else. If you don't got nothing else.
Nothing, man. Just make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that comment section. Like I said, Ray's gonna put the timestamps in. So make sure y'all double check to make sure that he puts them in. Oh, yeah. And like, what I'm saying, like we gonna what you call it. We're gonna keep hearing what you guys say about like, the format change, whether you like the new format, the old format. Make sure your voices are heard. That's the only reason why this video is as long as it is.
And I'm only listening to the stuff that's coming in the comments, because y'all may be telling stuff to Joel directly. Don't let me know that you're watching the video. Closing time. No more time for potting, so finish up your whiskey and beer. Is that how the song goes?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's actually pretty solid.
We don't have copyrights to that, though. All right, we out on y'all, man.
Deuces.
Hey.